Good morning to everyone. Magandang umaga sa inyong lahat. Happy Easter sa lahat ng ating mga invited resource persons. Of course, our colleague in the Senate, Senator Bam. The hearing of this Committee on Agriculture, Food and Agrarian Reform is hereby called to order. For today's hearing, the committee will take up Senate Resolution 346, filed by this representation. The resolution directing the Senate Committee on Agriculture, Food and Agrarian Reform to conduct an inquiry in aid of legislation into the impact of rising oil prices on the cost of agriculture and fisheries production and the readiness of government agencies to provide timely support to farmers and fisherfolk. Again, we would like to declare the presence of a quorum with Senator Bam Aquino with us in this hearing. Before we proceed with the opening statements of the members of the committee, may we request our committee secretary, Attorney Philip Lina, to acknowledge our resource persons. Attorney Lina, you have the floor. Go ahead.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Good morning. And to Senator Aquino, good morning, sir. I will call the names of those who are at the table. Kindly raise your hand if called to be acknowledged, to be recognized. From the Department of Agriculture, we have Engineer Roger V. Navarro, Undersecretary for Operations and Agri-Fisheries. Yusek Asis G. Perez, Undersecretary for Policy Planning and Regulations. Yusek Nora Oliveros, Undersecretary for Finance. Yusek Drusilla Esther Bayate, Undersecretary for Fisheries. Yusek Constante J. Palabrica, Undersecretary for Livestock. Asik Genevieve Vilicaria Guevara, Assistant Secretary for Legislative Affairs, Agribusiness, Marketing and Consumer Affairs. Asik U. Nichols A. Manalo, Assistant Secretary for Operations. Asik Joycel R. Panlilio, Assistant Secretary for High Value for Livestock. Asik Genevieve Vilicaria Guevara, Assistant Secretary for Legislative Affairs, Agribusiness, Marketing and Consumer. Director Policy Research and Strategic Planning Service, Assistant Director Ruel Hismundo, Assistant Director for Regulatory Service, Bureau of Plant Industry, Director Glenn Panganiban, Director Cyrene Torres from the Office of the General Secretary, Attorney Marie Ann Christian Baltasar, Chief of Staff, Office of the Secretary for Livestock, Director Chloe Di Matulac, Meat Control and Inspection Officer, Dr. Jonathan V. Sabiniano, National Meat Inspection, Engineer Raymond R. Andres, PhilMec. From the Department of Agriculture, National Organic Agriculture Program, NOAP, Bernadette F. San Juan, Director, with Raymond Balkin and Mitzi Ponsalan. From the Department of Economy Planning and Development, DepDev, represented by Rory J. S. Dacumos. From the Department of Finance, represented by Asik Neil Cabiles. From the Department of Trade and Industry, Iris Garin, Senior Trade Industry Development Specialist, Consumer Protection Advocacy Program. Mr. John Michael Camun, Trade Industry Development Specialist, Supply Chain and Logistics Group. From the DSWD, represented by Alia Dimaporo, Undersecretary for Legislative and Intergovernmental Affairs, and Artemio Bautista. From the DILG, represented by Lucita De La Peña, Local Government Operations Officer. From the Department of Science and Technology, all from Picard, Dr. Giselle Luvinas Laranas, Engineer Romeo P. Santiago. From the Philippine National Police, we have Police Brigadier General Alan B. Manibog. From the Philippine Statistical Authority, Merdelito T. Doloreto, Supervising Statistical Specialist, Abelia Regal, Hazel May Ramos, Maria Clarenda E. D. Guzman. From the Cooperative Development Authority, Attorney Paula Bianca E. Loyola. From the Institute of Plant Breeding, UP Los Baños, Director Elmel E. Nicola, Verma Ria Lee, and Noel B. Lumbo. From the Philippine Chamber of Agriculture and Food, Danilo V. Fausto, the President. From the Transport Groups, Association of International Shipping Lines, Patrick Ronas, President. From the Fertilizer Industry Association of the Philippines, FIAP, Estreleta Y. Lupisan, President, and Raymond Ilostre. From the Cold Chain Association of the Philippines, Mark Anthony Dizon, the President. From the Philippine Association of Meat Processors, PAMPI, Felix Chokinhoy Jr., President. And from the Sargent Federation of Fishing and Allied Industries, Ken Recteng, the President, with Rosana Bernadette B. Contreras. From the Tuna Manufacturers Association of the Philippines, Francisco J. Buencamino, the Executive Director. From the Sargent Shrimp Stakeholders Association Incorporated, Richie Rich Tan, President, with William De La Cruz and Eileen De La Cruz. From the United Broiler Raisers Association, Attorney Elias Jose Ensiong. From the Rural Rising Philippines, Ace Estrada II, the founder, with the co-founder, Andy Estrada. From the Gawad Kalinga Community Development Foundation, Chelsea Athena S. Paterno, Director of Partnerships. From the Community Pantry PH, founder and organizer, Ana Patricia Patreng Nun, with Attorney Maria Cristina Conti and Emilio Jose Aceremo. From the Scholars of Sustenance Philippines Incorporated, we have Rachel Marie Hugh Luna, the Country General Manager, with Eleanor E. De Gracia. From the Slow Food International, Ramon Oy Jr., International Counselor for Southeast Asia International Federation of Organic Agriculture, Movement Asia, together with Ramon Ike Villaneres, the journalist. Mr. Christopher Fadriga from Chris Acrilio AgriVentures. From Masipag National Secretariat, Licio Ruzol Jr. and John Altani Arfamador. From the Samahang Industriya ng Agrikultura, SINAG, Mr. Jason Kainglet. From Samahang Magbabangus ng Pangasinan, Samapa, Christopher Aldo Sibayan and Angelica Joyce Consuelo. From the Alianza Agricultura, Dr. Ernesto Ordonez. That's all for now, Mr. Chair.
Maraming salamat, Attorney Lina.
Sir, additional, sir.
Additional, go ahead.
Administration, Administrator Eddie Gillian.
Okay, thank you. Magandang umaga sa kanilang lahat. We will now proceed with our opening statement. Unang-una, maraming salamat sa inyong pagdalo dito sa ating pagpupulong na ito. Napakahalagang pagpupulong sa usapin ng food security, pagkain sa gitna ng krisis. Executive Order 110 declaring a state of national energy emergency was issued by the President a few 2 weeks ago. This resolution was filed, Senate Resolution number 346 was filed before we went on recess. We are currently facing an energy crisis, but we believe this energy crisis can eventually lead to a food crisis, and therefore we have to prepare. The 30% of our urea sources of the world come from pass through the Strait of Hormuz. About more than 40% of ammonia, which is also a raw material for fertilizers, likewise comes from the Strait of Hormuz or passes through the Strait of Hormuz. Today, it is still closed, largely, and therefore, farm inputs are not going to reach the necessary supply chain requirements for production, which can eventually affect supply and cost. And therefore, experts are saying unless this is resolved sooner rather than later, in terms of the war in the Middle East, we should prepare for a food shock. There was a food shock during the Ukraine-Russian war, which affected the entire agriculture sector worldwide. And this is, they say, worse. And so we have to prepare. And we believe, as you have heard earlier, in terms of who are here, the only way we can move forward is if we work together. Pag tayo po ay nagtutulungan, gobyerno at pribadong sektor. Hindi kaya ito ng gobyerno lamang. If the pandemic taught us anything, is that pag nagtulungan tayo at nagkaisa, ay kaya nating lagpasan ang mga pagsubok. At yun din ang ating nais mangyari rito. Magkaroon ng sistema para magtulungan ang sektor ng agrikultura at pangingisda, ang agriculture, industry, logistics, supply chain, to come together and figure out how we can move forward. Last March 31, Secretaries Kiko Laurel, Conrad Estrella, myself, Congressman Mark Enverga, Congresswoman Lea Bulot, Congressman Salceda, both houses sat down with the executive department secretaries, and we created a crisis committee for food security. We will, after this hearing, suggest to Secretaries Kiko and Secretary Conrad that we include representatives of the private sector in this Agri-Agra Crisis Committee. We have agreed to meet a minimum of once every 2 weeks and more meetings if necessary. We have established a war room care of Secretary Kiko Laurel. We welcome the private sector's proposals, suggestions, and of course, partnership in addressing the challenges of food security and averting or cushioning the impact of a possible food shock for our country. Kaya nating lagpasan ito. Ang kinakailangan lamang ay proactive at participatory at mamomobilize hindi lamang ang gobyerno, kung hindi ang mas malawak na pribadong sektor sa hanay ng agrikultura at pangingisda. We can face this crisis, but we have to prepare. We will be able to get over this crisis, but we have to be ready. And that's why we have this committee hearing. And we thank you all for coming. Wag po tayong mangamba lamang. Kumilos tayo, harapin natin itong krisis na ito at malalagpasan natin. With that, I now turn over the floor to Senator Bam Aquino for his opening statement.